Well, virtual meetings for large conferences, the digital technology that had to rapidly come into play last year for conferences have really become more sophisticated in the past year. I recently attended one, and it actually captured anybody that came to our virtual booth. And that if they looked into our PDFs and reviewed content, it was captured there as well. And we also had, enter for a prize to win a gift card from Amazon. And so I was able to capture over 180 visitors to the booth over 4 days, and over 110 content views. So I know those people are in a spreadsheet now that I can actually put into MailChimp and market to. Thank them for coming to the booth, reminded them they had a few more days to register for the gift card drawing, and I can continue to market to them. So actually it's more effective than if I was in person trying to, capture people in the aisle to come and, hear about our products. So this gave them a way to do it on their time, and for me to smartly market to them depending on their needs. Well, I was told when I was hired at one company that it would be interesting to get a woman's viewpoint. And I know that we're all have different experiences, work histories, and backgrounds that we bring to a job that gives us perspective on how we do our work. And I think a man or a woman will stand out if they offer value from their experiences and their skill set. So anyone in this role, man or woman, has to know the products, the industry, and the competitors. And I think when you know your stuff, you stand out. And I think it was probably surprising to some men in conversations that I would talk about joist spans between PVC decking and composite decking and wood decking. And they would say, wow, I didn't know you knew that, or I didn't know that. So I think that makes me visibly see how I stand out. But I think really it's anyone stands out that works hard and works well and smart. Well, definitely people are expanding their living spaces. Being in the repair and remodel market, the homeowners, they wanted to increase their outdoor living spaces, enlarge their decks, and they either going to add the same type of decking on what they already have versus the expense of a brand new deck and substructure. So it's the amount of products that have come on the market in the past 20 years is just there's so many choices of colors and styles of decking and types of decking. And, people are going to either want what they want. They're going to want wood, or they're going to want the lowest maintenance option, or they're going to have to compromise due to price. However, contractors that I've talked with, because there's so many options, they only want to offer the homeowner the ones that they're familiar with, the ones that they've installed, and the ones that have, warranties. Yes, I've definitely noticed the difference, and a lot of companies in the building product sector have as well. Our homes have become our havens, and people are investing in renovations versus going on vacations. With more time not having to commute, with school and office closures, our homes have become our offices, our classrooms, our theaters, our gyms, our restaurants, and our expanded living spaces. So people have a heavy demand this past year for treated lumber for raised garden beds, and also for expanding their outdoor living spaces like their decks. So the dealers have noticed a double-digit increase in sales due to this, people being at home. Some of us are fortunate enough to be able to work at home. People in our lab at work are having to go into the office, into the labs to do the work that they do. But we want to make sure that we're in frequent contact with our suppliers and our customers to make sure the customer needs are being met. There were some issues last year early on with transportation going into different states that had restrictions. So that's of course lessening with the as the spread of COVID wanes. We did develop demo kits for one major retailer and to give them a demonstration on treated wood versus ordinary treated wood versus the Ecolite treated wood. And we got them developed, but we had to put them in storage, and they're still in storage until social distancing is no longer needed. Then we'll ship them out to the stores. Of course, yes. The outdoors is a welcome relief from cabin fever and from being behind a computer all day. And I know families and friends and neighbors inside their own bubbles are continuing to enjoy these outdoor living spaces and their porches, patios, decks, and even cocktails at the end of their driveways. People want social interaction. And as the vaccinations quell the spread of COVID, some businesses may go back to normal operations. However, many companies have seen the value in how employees can work productively at home. We want to love where we live, and we will continue to invest in our enhancing the quality of our lives at home. This pandemic has created a shift in putting a priority on our personal lives. I don't mean just health wise, but time with our friends and family who we were limited to seeing before. And I think this is translated into making our outdoor living spaces in our homes the place we want to be.